Hi guys, it's Carissa. I am refilming this video. I just filmed my update for today, and for some reason I do this thing where I feel like I need to tell you everything in as short a period of time as possible, and I was gasping for breath and I was talking really fast, and I was like, this is my channel. I can tell you this in however long a fashion I want to. So, and you guys are obviously used to it by now, that it takes me 10 minutes to tell you two things. So I thought, rather than you trying to decipher what was happening and worrying if I was about to have a stroke, because I was like sweating and talking fast, and I was like, I just need to take a breath. I do have a lot of stuff that I'm doing today, and I was just trying to get to work, you know, I have to call the pharmacy, and I have to get to work, and I have a lot of other stuff going on, so but taking my time and making a video, you know, even if I'm an hour late starting work, that's not that bad. So here's my new video. I went in this morning, and I haven't this week been feeling much going on. And although my last scan was an improvement, I didn't want to just assume that things were going to continue to get better. I am the type of person, as you may know, that I'd rather keep myself very, very neutral, so that if I get bad news, it's not as devastating. And if I get good news, it's that much better. So I was kind of thinking about it last night, and I haven't really been constipated. I haven't really had any major adverse side effects to the stroke protocol so far. And yes, I've had a little bit of cramping, but it comes and goes, and it's very rare, and it's very minimal. And the bloating, I guess, is really hard to read, because being overweight and having most of my weight in my stomach, I think that I can tolerate a lot, and that I notice very little when it comes to discomfort, because between doing a lot of treatments and, you know, taking different medications over a long period of time, I just don't think that I'm as susceptible to noticing major changes or discomfort. And so that might be a plus, that might be a bonus to, you know, one of the only good things about carrying a lot of weight in my stomach. But it does make me nervous, you know, to think that by this point, usually women are a lot more uncomfortable, especially if things are going well. So I went in today with an open mind, just thinking, whatever, if it's not where it needs to be, we'll just keep going, you know? And immediately when the wand went in, I felt so much better. It looked like someone had taken my ovaries and put a bunch of grapes in there, and it was very, very full, and the follicles seemed a lot larger today than they did on my last visit. So that was a huge sigh of relief, and I was so grateful to see that, because basically I did a little bit of snooping last night, and I looked to see what my estrogen level was at, and it was in the 700s. Now that is a big jump from being at 200 something a few days ago. But by this time in my first IVF cycle, I was in the thousands. I was at like 1300 or something. I'm not going to compare those two too closely or worry too much, because I know that I'm on a different drug protocol, and, you know, from person to person things are different, but even within one person things can change, and so I feel like I can't worry about that too much, because I also had fewer follicles last time, and some of them were much larger, because it turns out today is stim day 11 for me, which was my trigger day last time. And this time, even my biggest follicles were 13 or 14, so I'm nowhere near that point yet. And it's looking like they're projecting, based on growth and just how things have been this cycle, that I will trigger Monday. Now, if I have if my estrogen level triples on my blood work today, I'll have to go back tomorrow, and they may lower my dose. But from what it's looking like right now, I am on schedule to trigger Monday. So, and that's great. I don't mind taking extra time, you know, to get things where they need to be. So I'm not worried at all. I think at face value, it would be really easy to be like, wait, I'm supposed to be on a better drug protocol for better results this time, and my estrogen level is lower, and my follicles are smaller. What the F? And I think that it would be really easy to go there in my brain, but for some reason, I'm so relaxed about it. I'm just like, whatever, and that's kind of been my mindset for the past few days about everything we're going through right now, because what can I do otherwise? Worrying and stressing is only going to make things less effective. And so, or at the very least, it's just going to make me worried and stressed. So I feel strangely confident. I don't know how many follicles I have. I didn't count today when she was going over the numbers of the scan, and she didn't go through every single one of them, because I did have some that were still like in the 7, 8 range, and then a bunch of them were at 10 and 11, and then I had the 13s and 14s. So I'm going to guess still that I'm at like 12 to 16, but I don't even want to really focus on it. I don't want to go into my egg retrieval expecting a certain number, because I feel like that's just going to set me up for a lot of disappointment. I just feel really good right now, and I don't want to change that. So I did make a mistake, and I think that maybe my numbers were thrown off by that a little bit. Maybe they weren't. There's no way to know. There's no way to actually know. But I did my math wrong. Okay, so I'm on 300 unit doses of gonal, and I have 900 unit pens. So anyone would hear that and think, oh, so you get 3 doses out of your pen. Well, I don't, because I found that partial pen and I was working with that to start. So when I open a gonal pen, I'm only doing a 150 dose. I'm doing half. So I start with 150, I take 2 days worth of 300, and then I have another 150 and have to open another pen. And on that day, I'm doing 3 injections because I'm doing Lupron, and then 150 of gonal on each pen. So if you're still with me after that, I basically was getting low. I was getting close to running out, and I had to call and have one overnighted, but I did it a day late. For some reason, I didn't consider that half dose being the next day. So I had plans with my friend Crystal, and we went and had dinner with my sister, and you know, she came into the house and we were hanging out, and when my alarm went off to take my injections, I realized, it's like this wave of realization hit me. I was like, I don't have enough gonal right now. I didn't even say anything. I didn't even panic. I was just like, well, just take what you have. You can't do anything about it right now. So I took the 150 dose, and then the next morning at 11 a.m. when my next pen showed up, I just took the rest of it. I don't know if that's something that would have been advised against, but that's just what I did. And so I don't know if that set me back at all. I'm not even really worried about it. I don't even think that it matters that much. And then last night I took my 300 dose as usual. Now here's where I get stuck again, because I have enough for tonight, and then tomorrow I only have that half dose. So I have to have another pen sent overnight for tomorrow, but I'm only going to have a half pen sent, because then that will get me through to Sunday. And the nurse told me that they have Follistim in the office that they can give me if on Monday I'm still not ready to trigger, but they want me to at least do one more night, then I'll have some. And this is the nurse that had previously told me not to use opened pens, and that kind of like wanted me to buy all new ones and stuff. And so it's kind of nice for it to be coming from her, where it's like, oh, we'll just cover you if you don't have enough. It made me feel a lot more relaxed, and it's nice because she's saving us quite a bit of money. I'm not having to buy another 900 unit pen. In a way, it might just be smarter to do that in case on Monday I'm still not ready for more days, but if that's the case, Monday I can always call and have something sent overnight for Tuesday. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if I just feel really confident that we're giving this the best shot we can because it's an informed protocol, because it's based on a reaction from the first one. So I just feel really good about that. But I just feel so calm. Maybe I'm too calm. Maybe I'm too relaxed. Because if you are missing half your dose of medication for something that seems very important, and you're like, whatever, and you don't even think a second thought about it until the next day when the medication shows up, maybe you're too relaxed. But I'll take it. I'll take this feeling over anything that I've experienced so far. And I'm not doing acupuncture this time. I'm not doing any meditating. I'm just kind of following my drug protocol and not thinking about it. And I almost feel like I am more relaxed doing that than trying to rush to different appointments and laying there all hot. Oh, I get hot and uncomfortable during acupuncture. So uncomfortable. And I'm kicking my feet around and you're not supposed to. And, you know, being worried about being there on time. And how much should I tip her? Am I not tipping her enough? And I don't know. I just feel a lot better this time. And I'm not saying acupuncture isn't a wonderful thing, but I also think that if I'm already in a good mindset, I don't need to push it. So Mike comes home tonight at midnight. I missed him so much, and I know the dogs missed him. Even one of the cats has been looking for him. So it'll be so nice to have him home, and even better since he has missed all this work. I mean, he's on a trip for work, but he'll probably feel like he needs to get caught up. And if we do trigger Monday, our retrieval would be Wednesday, and that's his day off. So that would be nice because then he would have that much less time out of the office next week. So I don't know, I feel really good, and I am looking forward to finding out, you know, what everything measured up at today for my blood work. But I'm just not gonna stress about last time and this time and all that stuff. I was told that I'll have to pick up my intralipids and bring them to my retrieval, and I'll have that done that day. And that's new for me, and if any of you are going to be experiencing that, or if you're curious about it, I will tell you as much about that as I can. I'll try and remember all the details of that, because that's definitely new for me. And, you know, if there's anything about that I feel like that you would need to know, I'd be glad to share that with you. But that's it. I will tell you guys tomorrow if I have an appointment, what's going on. Other than that, you will hear from me on Monday, and hopefully I just continue to have good news and things continue to progress well. So that's it. And look at that. I did this in the same amount of time I always did, and I wasn't talking like a crazy woman. So thank you guys so much. You guys really make me feel a lot better when you send me messages and back up some of the stuff that comes out of my mouth. And I just feel like, you know, it's so good to be able to have a forum to vent this, especially to women who either understand or have been through it, or to, you know, who know what's going on, because some of this stuff otherwise just sounds crazy. And it's such a blessing to have you guys to talk to. I think if anything gives me a lot more peace of mind than any of the other stuff that goes on, it's that. So thank you guys. And if you are watching this and you've always wanted to make videos and you feel like you need a place to talk, I say it all the time. I encourage people all the time, because sometimes you feel like the other people in your life care, but they don't understand, or they understand and they don't care. It's all different things, and you never know who wants to hear what or when or what they're thinking. And you guys are coming to me to hear it because you want to, because you do care. And that is an audience I could never ever have dreamed of having or asked for. So I really appreciate you. And I know I tell you a lot, but I feel like I have to, because I'm just that grateful. So it is a beautiful day. I'm going to film today a little bit of the stuff that we're doing. If you watch my other channel, we're playing a prank on my little brother for his birthday. So I'm going to film that and and post it on the internet, and he'll probably be really mad about that. But that's what's going on here. And I hope you guys have a really great weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.